Hello children. So now we are with the third video of the chapter Python Programming Fundamentals. We already started learning multiple assignments in the last video, but we couldn't finish. Now along with that, we will just get introduced to some of the tokens. Tokens, you remember, no? What are tokens? They are the fundamental building blocks of a programming language. Okay, so let's get back to your multiple assignments. So I was here, correct? Yeah, I just tried to show you that I can give in one statement itself. Now this statement can be given in your interactive mode also, okay? Now in the one statement itself I can give multiple values, but it should be made sure that the right side values are matching with the left side values. Now in Python's concept, or in Python's programming fundamentals, there is some words, or there is a word which requires its importance, that is called R value and L value. Now here you can see this 12, 13, 14 are your R values, right values, and M1, M2, M3 are your left values. Here 89 is your R value, mark 3 is your left value, 78 is your R value, mark 2 is your left value. Now what is this R value, what is this L value? R value will be always a one number, or here you can have more than one, but that should be matching with the values in the variables in the left side. So R value will be a number, a string, or any expressions. A number, string, float, you remember, a number, string, float, or even a boolean value, or any kind of mathematical expressions, or any other expressions. Expressions, when I say an equation, you will see a lot of expressions coming up. One expression's example is x plus y. Another example was hello in double quotes plus word in double quotes. All these are expressions. Anything which is actually been identified a proper word in Python over there, a token in Python is to be there in the R side. And left side will be always having a variable. So the value in the right side will be taken to the value, or not value, the variable in the left side. So R value, L value is nothing but R value can be a number, then string, then boolean value, or a floating value, or an expression, or even a variable. I didn't say that earlier. Or even a variable which can be assigned to the left side's existing variable. The number of the variables in the left side should match with the number of the values in the right side when you are doing multiple assignments. Okay, so let's just understand what we are talking. Okay. See, value error, too many values to unpack, expected 3, very clearly explaining that maybe in the first time you may not understand, but it's see, you can, when you read it, all the errors, when you make a mistake, you don't have to get panic. You just have to read that error which is given in the last statement, and then if you can make out what is your error, you have all the rights to go back and correct it. It's not that the first time itself you have to be very expert in typing all the words or all the sentences in your Python properly. So that is why I'm introducing to errors. So when I finish this particular portion and start with your types of errors, I'll be showing the types of different errors over here. So earlier it was like name error. I don't know whether you noticed. Last video or the first video you watched, when X was not given properly, you came out, or that came out with a name error. Now it is value error, because now no error with the name, but the problem is with the values. So as I told, the R values are not matching with the left values or the L values, so I need to correct it. That should be kept in mind while doing multiple assignments. Then don't think only numbers can be given. Suppose I'll just change here itself. Suppose I wanted to give here string. See? So multiple assignment is possible for strings, again numbers, or even with your decimals, it is your floating point, or with your boolean values. Understood? Now I just want to show you one in multiple assignment. Then slowly when we do progress, you can see a lot of things. Now imagine that if this is there, okay, imagine this is there, cannot unpack, non-interruptible, int object. What's the meaning of that? You cannot give like this. Now what if I'm giving ABC are now variables, okay? You saw the difference? Okay, once again, multiple assignments. The first one, second one, first one is this one, okay? Second one is here. Here I didn't give anywhere else ABC. You notice that I am introducing ABC now. It's now only, but since I am giving an assignment, now you are actually coming to a section where you are able to understand the importance of that equal symbol in Python. Equal is actually called assignment operator. When you learn tokens in a specific manner afterwards, not completely, you will understand that whatever we are doing has got a specific categorization in Python. So this equal to is an assignment operator, and what I have done is I have used here multiple times equal symbol assignment operator, so that one single value can be given to three different variables. Earlier we already told that in any values, the number of value on the right side should match with the number of values in the left side. This is a shorthand form of giving a comma b comma c equals 55 comma 55 comma 55. Instead of writing like that, only I have given like this, or a equal to 55, b equal to 55, c equal to 55. Instead of giving like that, I can do the same thing. If the three or say multiple variable has to be assigned with a single value, maybe in the case of a number or in the case of a string, this is possible. So assignments can be done with an equal to in so many different ways in Python, which you just saw in these examples. Three or four examples are there. Along with that, when the assignments comes, I'll put more examples, so you'll be doing that. So that's regarding your multiple assignments. Okay, then what if I'm printing this like this way? It will show you the answer, correct? No issues at all. Make it short so that you can guess the answers very fast. Yeah, that's it. 5 plus 5 plus 5. Understood? So that's it. Now let's keep this here, and I'm going to start with a new file where I'm going to introduce you to something else. So what is equal to? Equal to is an assignment operator. Okay, you just learn another token in your Python. You just learn another token in your Python. Okay, now again back with this. Yeah, I was typing back here, and I just want to show you something else too. Print ID. You remember one of the program I had done this. One more, okay. Type, you remember, no? This is ID, okay. You say ID is also coming in the another highlighted there, and I'm going to print it. I'm going to run it. Of course, error will, not error, no error will come. The naming convention will come. I forgot. Yeah, 11T7. In between, we'll forget the naming style. Okay. Just wanted to show you that this ID is a built-in function. If I give the same way, print, it is a built-in function. What is built-in is already there. Now one more I'll show you what is type. So just helping you to understand what you just learned, that how does Python understand these things. It's a class, see, it's an object. So ID and print are functions. The type is a object type. Now we will see what is ID going to do. Okay, I bracket give back. Okay, so what is back? A variable. Here also bracket I am supposed to give name. What is name? A variable. It's showing you some numbers. You know what is this numbers? These are the actually the binary addresses which is correspondingly changed to decimal addresses for Python to understand. That means back and name are variables we told to identify these two, 90 and Priya, in the memory. So in the memory, every value which you store using any programming language has an address. Without the address, you can't work. And actually, an address is identified in bytes. You know that. Now you already learned that. But now it's bytes. Just your decimal. The binary numbering system is converting that to decimal numbering system and is showing you the address. So ID, basically ID of whatever you're giving. Imagine I'm giving like this way. No, yeah, 90 point. Because we didn't use anything like that. Anything which you give inside ID, that definitely it has to store it in one place, and then only from there only you will view that. So that's given an address. So ID is what? ID is a special type of a function which gives you the address of the value or the variable. Print is a function which will help you to print the values which you have displaying. It can be a variable or values. What is type? Type is an object or class which gives what? A category which gives the type of data values which you use in Python. Alright, so ID is given in your hand. So now you know. We cannot show the output. I can't say what will be printed. I ask like this and say predict the output to you. You can't say which value. See, the values are just randomly coming as numbers. So we can't say. See? Each time it changed. Did you notice that? I don't know whether you noticed it was given like this way. The first two times it is showing the same way, 2627. Let's run it once again. It's randomly. The first one is not getting changed. That's not because it's there throughout. It will change. A lot of running time, it can also change. Understood? No. So just keep that in mind about what we just told. Now, let's not waste the time and let's get introduced to something called as the tokens. So that is what I was telling, isn't it? So tokens. Any programming language has tokens. What are tokens? The fundamental building blocks of a program. There are different tokens in Python or any programming language. The first one is keywords. Second one is variables, or another name called as identifiers. Third one is operators with which you do the operation. So many operations are there. Then the fourth one is your punctuators. Like you use the bracket, everything. All those things comes as your punctuators. So let's see your keywords first. Okay, no? Let's go for the keywords. Now I just want to introduce the different keywords to you. So for that, let me just go back to this place. Okay, what am I supposed to do if I just want to clarify that? Yeah, run it. Nothing will be displayed now because no print is there. It will just come blank. So good. Now I am showing you something which you don't have to do every time. This is to show you the different keywords in Python. What are keywords? I told in the last video. Keywords are special words or reserved words which are used for a special task, which are used for special tasks in Python. Okay, import keyword, and then I'm going to just type. This is import is a command. Okay, we will learn. You will understand what is import later. Now I'm just using because I just wanted to show you. Okay, what you see, I just move this side. Okay, what you see is right now the different kinds of keywords. See, false, none, true, and as. All this cannot be used as your variable names. Understood? Variable names, if you wanted to use, remember the names and the tools and conventions which should be followed. There it was told that keywords cannot be used. These are words which have special purpose to serve in Python language. So you cannot use these words. You can't see print there. Can you see print there? Just go through it. No print. Why? Print is actually a function, not a Keyword you will be just seeing one or two now itself. False and true is there. See, that is because it is identified as a keyword. Okay, false are value given for instead of 0 in your boolean type, and true is value given instead of 1 for your boolean type. Okay, so let's proceed with the first type of tokens in your Python. We can even start here. You don't have to go and create a file for that. All right. Uh, okay, x equal to, there is a word called as none. Okay, I'm giving none here, and then I'm trying to print x. Understood? It will give us none itself. Here, sorry, x. Now you will be wondering where to use it. This is to be given when no other values are given for any variables. Very rarely used, but I'm just showing you the usage, because some will be just asking every keyword which you see over there. We won't be using this year or the next year, depending upon the availability of the programs we will be using. So none is a keyword which is assigned when you don't require any proper values for a variable. Keep that in mind. Okay, otherwise you will be in trouble. What is none? You will be thinking. So no specific use is there. Now comes the next one. You are actually taking something which you have true. That is because you have right now inside the print a comparison operation. You are, along with keyword, you are getting introduced to what you call as an operator. Greater than, less than, equal to. These three you just learned. Equal to you have using for a long time, correct? They are operators in Python. So many other operators are also there. Equal to is called an assignment operator, and less than, greater than symbol are called relational operators. Comparison operators. Better word is relational operator. Okay, what if I'm giving, sorry, print is missing. I should be giving print here. Equal to, comparing whether the right side value inside that equal to is matching with the left side value in equal to. Example, sorry, 5 into 10. I'm just thinking what should I give over there. Okay, and now y equal to, definitely you will have two different values, but this is for you to just compare. You can even compare like this. You understood? The value in y is being compared with value in x, and if it is not correct, it's not matching, it will show you a false answer. If it is matching, it will show you a true answer. So what you just saw are the different kinds of operations which you can do with your less than, greater than. Greater than I didn't less than I didn't use here, but I used earlier in the last video, I suppose. So here I am introducing equal to and greater than. So these can be given later properly in a program, in a code properly, whether you really, depending upon whether you wanted to use or not. Now I am just showing you, as I told earlier, words. So let's not go further. In the assignment section, more will come. Okay, so greater than, less than, equal to. One more I would like to show you so that I can give you this one, values with that. Five greater than or equal to, isn't it? It's not greater than or equal to, so it won't give. What if I'm giving the other way? I should be just typing it properly here so that you can see it. You can't see, correct? So I just don't type it here. I'll just close it and run that once again. One minute. The time processing is taken. Okay. Okay. That's because I tried to do it 2 times. Print. Okay. 5 greater than or equal to 5. It's not greater than, but it is equal to. Same way, I was going to show you earlier the other one. Let's see. So sorry. I pressed another key. You understood? So greater than, less than can be given. If you want, you can give one more. The same kind. Maybe it's for certain people it is quite boring. But for some, it will be, of course, interesting because they might have not understood this. Others will be easily understanding everything. So, what is this? We introduce the different keywords. You don't have to by heart the keywords, but some keywords which I told should be kept in mind. Then we got the different kinds of logical, not logical. We didn't go to logical. We went to your, yes, the relational operator greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. You saw how it is written over there, and equal to, equal to. With that, I'm winding up this video. We will come with more. Okay. Now remember, you will be having assignments with your board mass index rules and these kind of output questions. What will be the answer in your assignment? You are supposed to do that along with your notebooks, whatever notes which I'm giving. When I'm uploading this type of video, I'll be uploading the notes also along with it. So notes has to be copied on exactly as that. It will be available as Word document. Along with that, assignments will be given. Assignment should be written and found out by trial or whichever way you want. Without trial also you can do, but trial is more important because you are learning for the first time and the answer should be there in your notebook by evening or by the next day, depending upon the availability which I say. Okay, so let's wind up. So thank you for watching your third video. Let's meet in the next week.